Hey everyone, I'm here with a 2015 Mazda 3. This vehicle is a friend's vehicle. We're doing a quick review about it today, and we're going to do an exhaust clip, a drive-by, and we're also going to do a 0 to 60 mile per hour video as well. So this vehicle is in great condition. This is a 3 S Touring with a few different visual and performance upgrades that I'll go over in depth in the video. We're going to do a quick walk around first of the exterior. As you can see on the front end, we have a few visual upgrades. We have plasti dipped chrome surrounds on the fog lights right here. And we also have a plasti dipped chrome piece that goes around the grille here with a Mazda Speed Performance logo. Gives it a little bit of a performance edge and a sporty appearance. Going around the vehicle today, I mean, this car is in great shape for a 2015 with a lot of miles. This also has plasti dipped and hand painted calipers. These are Dunlop SP Sport 215 45 45 R18 wheels, and they are W rated. 89 is the load rating on the tires. Just a very clean design with a 20% tint all around except for the windshield. Comfort and convenience features wise, this car is completely stock. It also has an Eibach 1-inch lowering kit. It's a sport lowering kit that stiffens the suspension and also provides less body roll as well as enhanced cornering grip. The car also has a Mazda specific cork sport exhaust. These tips down here I believe are 3.5 inches in diameter. As you can see, they're chrome tipped underneath the vehicle. And the suitcase muffler that was previously stock has been replaced by 2 bullet mufflers to enhance the sound. The car has very little visual wear. It's basically a new car. Just a fabulous car in great condition. Again, this is a 3 S Touring, so it has many different upgrades. It's the model just below the Grand Touring. And let's go to some of the performance upgrades and how they sound. Alright everyone, now we're going to take a quick look inside the vehicle and go over some of the interior features. So coming up to the vehicle, if you have the smart key on you, you press the button once to unlock it. It makes 2 beeps and you can step inside the vehicle. Doors have a very solid feel to them. I wouldn't say they're the most solid, but in the class that this vehicle's in, only the VW Golf really can compete with that solidity. So starting up the vehicle, you put your foot on the brake, press the start button, fires right up. This also has a heads-up display that comes on the vehicle. So that'll show your information such as your speed that you're currently going. This whole display cluster is very sporty. You mean you have your speedometer there digitally, and then you have your tachometers front and center. I previously mentioned that this car had a lot of miles, but that is incorrect. This car has only 11,690. And for a 2015 that's almost 2 years old, that's pretty low mileage actually. So going around the vehicle, let's go over some of the interior fit and finish features. Again, this car has no tint on the front windshield, but it has 20% on the sides. This car also has a blind spot monitoring system, and you can't tell, but in the left corner as well as the right corner on the right side mirror, you're going to have the blind spot monitoring lights that are come on this vehicle on a 3 S Touring model and above. And that button for the blind spot monitoring is down here, so you can turn off BSM right there, as well as your traction and stability control. You have all your mirror controls right here, your lock and unlock, as well as locking your side windows as well. And you have an auto up and down for just the driver. You have a leatherette padding right here, so it gives you a nice soft place to put your arm on a long trip. And going around the vehicle for fit and finish, you have soft touch materials up here on the dashboard, as well as, or not the dashboard, but on the side of the door here. And then you also have soft touch materials here and on your armrest right here. You have a faux carbon fiber trim that covers many different aspects of the vehicle, different parts, including the door, the steering wheel, and part of the dash up here. This is kind of a faux metallic trim as well that goes around. It actually looks really good. You have soft touch materials all up around the dash right here, and you have a leatherette. Actually, it's a leather wrap steering wheel that has red stitching that goes around here for the S models. So that's a very nice touch. You also have your automatic, I believe it has automatic headlights, but it also has fog lights and parking lights that you can turn on. All Japanese cars seem to have their light controls up on the left-hand stalk. The car also has paddle shifters, so you have left hand for downshift here, and you have your right for upshift right here, and then you can hold that right paddle to turn off the manual mode if you're cruising on the highway and no longer want to use that feature. You have your cruise control settings right here on the right side of the steering wheel, and you have your music and phone system controls right here on the left side of the steering wheel as well. So this vehicle also has a navigation system. So what you can do is use this control right here that is a little bit of it mimics iDrive in many different ways. It also has a very quality, good feel. And when you're rotating through the detents, it has a very solid and very substantial feel to it. So going around, you have many different options that go around here. You have applications, so let's go into that menu there. So you have your HD radio and traffic map, as well as your fuel economy monitor and maintenance to tell you when you need to get an oil change and air filter change. And you also have your entertainment options here for listening to different media sources. And your communication will cover your Bluetooth audio from your phone, as well as making hands-free calls. Navigation, so that way you can set a destination and go to a destination that you need to know or you don't know where it's at. And settings, you have different vehicle settings within here, and that covers a variety of different options throughout the vehicle to customize the vehicle to the way you want to drive and how you want the displays to look in the gauge cluster, as well as the on-screen menu here. So to get back to the home page, you just press the home button right here to go straight to your media sources here. And to go straight to your navigation system options, you press this button. If you want to go straight to your radio presets or your favorites, go right here. And then this button will put you back toward the menu that you were at previously. So I'll press the back button so you can see what it does. So that takes you back to the main menu right here. If you press home, it'll take you to wherever you are inside the menu system. If you press the home button, which is the center button above the knob, it'll bring you back to this menu. You also have an automatic climate control system right here, as well as 3-stage heated seats. The car is also very safe and it receives good ratings in every single type of test. This has small overlap test, it gets a good rating, front moderate, side impact, as well as roof crush and rear crash. They all have good ratings from the Institute for Highway Safety, so this is a very safe car too. You do not have an automatic rear view dimming mirror. However, the Grand Touring model that's above this one does have an automatic dimming rear view mirror. And you also have a sunroof that comes on the vehicle with automatic opening and closing, as well as a tilt feature. This car also has an upgrade to LED lights for the vanity lights throughout the vehicle. Now that is an option that you can buy online, but it does not come from Mazda, so that is another modification to this vehicle. You also have sunglass holder right here that is pretty big and can fit a standard men's or women's sunglasses. You also have vanity lights in the mirrors, so that's a very nice feature for the class. And overall, this vehicle has a little bit of a dark feeling inside the interior, but that's also because you have the 20% tint on the side and rear windows, and it also has it's a black on black car. It has like a charcoal gray exterior and a black leatherette interior. The seat controls are power on the driver's side, and You have very good support all around. It feels like a very tight vehicle. When you're in it, you feel like you're really snug in the corners, and you feel like you're always in control of the vehicle. You're not moving around too much around corners, and it has very good lateral support. The thigh support is actually quite good for a tall person as I am at 6 feet tall. It's excellent. It has a very good angle to it, so that way you feel like you're in a sporty driving position too. So it has an overall very sporty feeling, and the steering weight, just turning it at parking lot speeds, has a very good weight to it too. It's not as light as many cars in its class right now, and a Hyundai Elantra, for example, it feels so much lighter than this and less sporty. This has a very sporty feel, and it's right up there with the Ford Focus. This also has faux chrome cladding around the door handle, so it has a very substantial feel as you open the door. So let's step into the back seat and go over the rear features as well as the rear seat room. Stepping into the back seat, the door doesn't have quite as of a solid feel in the back. There's a little bit of a reverberation in there, so it doesn't necessarily feel the best of quality, but once you close the door, it has a very solid feel. Once you press on the door, it doesn't have any squeaks or rattles. The trim is all hard touch here, but it's soft touch down here and on the door rest, so your armrest right here, so that, you know, it's hard right here, but it's soft back here, so most of your elbow is going to be soft right there. You do not have auto up and down, but you still have a power window control right here. And overall leg space, you know, is actually pretty good. Up front, I was sitting a little bit close to the wheel, so if this seat was about an inch back, I'd still have about 2 inches of knee room. And leg room wise, I got plenty of room back here. Right here, you do not have any rear vents for AC controls, but there are vents underneath each of the seats for occupants back here to stay cool or warm if it's in the winter. You have a nice armrest right here. It's a little low, so it's not like the most comfortable, but it is there, so that's nice to have. You do have a fold down rear seat as well, so that'll expand a lot of your cargo space and make the car very practical. And you also have grab handles all the way around the vehicle, so that way you can rest your arm on long trips. All right, let's take a look in the trunk and wrap up the review. There's a button right here to unlock your trunk if you got the smart key on you, and you have the rear backup camera right here that provides a very crystal clear display. The opening is not the biggest in the class, but it also has pretty good room for the class once you get inside the trunk to fit all of your luggage. It has gooseneck hinges, so that will intrude on your luggage a little bit, but you do have a lined lid for the trunk too. You have a grab handle right here so you can pull it down easily. So overall, I'm a big fan of this vehicle. I think it provides a lot for the class. It's very sporty and provides a lot of different upgrades on the aftermarket, for the aftermarket systems on the vehicle, such as the wheels, the exhaust, the suspension, and the air intake, for a relatively low cost. I think this car has a lot of great potential in the market, and I really wish that it would sell better compared to the competition, because this car provides a sporty driving experience. It's very reliable and very safe. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.